we are going to discuss thoroughly all of the assignments of software engineering. It is ranging from assignment number 1 to assignment number 10. To begin with the assignment number 1, we have spent a lot of time, and this is a kind of an case study that was being done at the earlier semester by one of the student group. So let us proceed. Now here, while working around with the project group information, it is quite obvious that you will be indicating your role. That is who you are. Are you a product owner? Are you a scrum master? Or are you a development team member? Now, here it is been quoted that it is leader. Somebody is saying that the leader. Somebody is designer and developer. Now, who makes the contact with the target customers or target audience? The thing is that the product owner should have been there, the scrum master should have been there, and the development team member should have been there. So, leaders and designers, even though we are working around with DBT, that is designers, builders, and testers, it is recommended to have the correct role identification. So writing down on the first page the rules is very critical to point to note. We just begin again to summarize. To work out with any of the assignments, that is ranging from assignment number 1 to 10, you will have to indicate clearly which role has been played by whom. Now moving next, this is the table of contents which suggests about title, background, objective, definitions, applicable documents, business or technical environment, description and scope of work, deliverables, approach and methodology. So there are certain 7 pages, okay, not 7 pages even. Now right from third page it has been beginning till 7. Let us check that what we narrate in the title. Now just see to it that working around with the title should be framed making use of 3 to 4 words which have been meaningful and what this particular system under consideration or system under study, typically called as SUS, that is system under study, is being doing. So in 2 paragraphs you will be mentioning the system's objectives, who will use these systems, okay, in which particular respect. So 2 paragraphs. A paragraph, to remind you, is a set of English-like statements from 5 to 9. Right? In case of background, you may be indicating in 6 points why you require this particular product. Are you solving correct problem or not? If we are solving a wrong problem, the solution can't be right. So, in which particular aspect or which particular kind of concern, the current system in consideration or system under study is useful to the target audience, that should be mentioned in 6 points. Moving next, the objective of this proposal. Again, there are 6 points which have been listed down. These objectives are summarizing what kind of the work the system will be doing for the target audiences. Now, with the definition and applicable documents, you will be writing down the terms or simply the vocabulary that you will be using for a particular domain. Now here the domain is women empowerment, right, through the software or through the application, and then you have to contextually define what kind of an term has got which kind of an meaning, right? So, Android application means what, entrepreneur means what, then professionals means what. So you cannot assume anything, right? User profile means what, area of locality means what, notification means what, cloud, small scale business. So just see to it that the vocabulary, as much you enhance, the reader will not be confused due to any significant new thing, due to any significant thing, okay, that we have been mentioned and about which the referencing entity or the target audience doesn't have any kind of a knowledge. So proceeding next, you can write the documents. Now these are not the documents, these are the website addresses. What is being preferred is to narrate some of the journal papers, some of the international conference papers which are of some standard. You can refer to any of these and then you can narrate the journal papers referred and the websites referred. Keep them separated, right? At many of the times these things are being kept separated in case of any kind of a documentation. So business and technical environment, it suggests about how you will be going about the work. The team will work from Monday to Friday 1.5 hours a day. Now, if we would have given 1.5 hour a day, we would have completed all the assignments till this date. But we are not giving us the time, okay, 1.5 hours a day, and the tragic situation has been paused. That is, the sprints are not been designed, and we are not been in a position now is to hunt for where that 1.5 hour has gone. So we have to be a little bit careful if we do this commitment. This speaks about commitment also. That is 1.5 hour a day till Friday. If you are been giving, really you are been giving it or not. Okay, if you are able to give, then only write. Or otherwise 1 hour, isn't it a group meeting, then discussion, then finding out what are the things to be done. This is the scientific way of doing the project under Agile. So technical kind of stuff will depend on the internet as the story is way back. So technical environment will be also there. Memory requirements will be there. So therefore, you have to mention it again. You will be mentioning it in SRS also, the technical environment, okay, how the system will go about that. Proceeding to the next section, here you will be finding out 6 important goals. 6 important goals. That is, 2 goals are been there for input, 2 for process, 2 for output. I repeat again, 2 for input, 2 for process, 2 for output. Now here, create user profile and process service catalog. They belong to input goals. Deliver service integration and process job queries. These are process level goals. Create vacancy catalog for women and perform notification management. So you can see that in crisp statements, this is being elaborated very crisply. You should not go beyond one single liner here, okay. Just explain it in short what this goal is about. Create user profile, facilitating the user to create a user profile. Segregating user information under specific services. Providing the user the result of job queries. Write in such a kind of a way which is short and crisp. This is the thing that you have to work out with the point number 6. Now it is the turn of deliverables. Deliverables can be mentioned in terms of chart. Likewise, here if I will be mentioning this chart, then it covers up the details, that is statement of work. But one thing has been missing over here. What is that? you would have got a column on the right hand side that is next to details and expected month of completion. Expected month of completion. That is for statement of work. You can narrate January 2020 feature set SRS feasibility study and sprint level planning February 2020, March the 6th and 7th, that is sprint and sprint design, that is usually specified in terms of product backlog, right? And then the sprint execution and final outcome, that is the review. So now that was the list. Add one more column to this, okay, just to remind you while you are writing the deliverables. Approach and methodology, as I have told you, not to change, okay, but if you feel that yes, you can write it in some different kind of a way, then that is also being promoted. Okay. So let us move to assignment number 2. Assignment number 2 is feature set description. Now features, you understand where they stand. Epics, they come first, then it is the feature set, then it is the user story. This is how the ladder is being created. One particular project can have 10 epics, 15 epics, depending on the complexity of the project. We are aware that we are not handling any kind of an chaotic project, right? Or where too many uncertainties are been there, and the problem is not clear, technology is absent, and so on. So therefore, we are not considering that particular aspect. Okay. So now here with the feature sets. Now what can be the feature set? Our goals will become the feature set, right? So let us target the feature set description, how we should narrate it. I will be explaining you one bunch of template. Then I will be going to the next assignment. Now here again to remind you, you can't have the same rules. Who narrates the feature set? It's the product owner. It should be communicated to whom? To the Scrum Master, right? And then the development team understands it, and with the help of Scrum Master's coaching, they will try to understand what are the objectives, what are the goals, and so on. So leader, designer, and developer, they might not be the correct choice, right? As far as feature set document is concerned. Moving next, this is the table of content, that is project vision, project mission, scope, goal, feature set, right? So moving next, what is important is the stakeholders. Stakeholders are of two types. One is internal stakeholder and another one is external. Who can be internal stakeholders? They can be designers, builders, testers. You can write about architects, the business analysts, and so on. If you make a search of typical stakeholders, okay, within the organization, you will find many in number. One thing I would like to remind you, as we are using agile approach or agile methodology, there is no concept of project manager. There is no concept of project manager here. Whatsoever the things that are being done are through the product owner or the Scrum Master or the development team. Acceptance criteria is what is being getting accepted and what can be rejected on which grounds. So let us proceed. How the project vision is been written. It is a single liner statement. Single liner English like statement. Right. So you should not write two sentences or what, okay, to elaborate on the project vision. Next is project mission. Now here you can break the thing, okay, into number of manageable pieces. Ideally, it has been recommended that the vision should be broken into 4 missions. 4 missions, that is sufficient. And again, you have to write it in very short paragraphs. I mean, 2-3 statements here can make up the paragraph. Right, the detailing is up to you. But there has to be very strong linkage between the project vision and project mission. Something that you do not intend to do, don't write that your project mission is just like that. Now, project scope will involve all the 6 goals. Again, to mention, you have to narrate all of the goals here, right? 6 goals. That is create user profile, create product catalog. This is something different, okay, that we can visualize. Something else was been written in SOW, and in feature set document something else has been happening. This mismatch should not be there. This is rated as a parallax deviation between the documents, right? So one should not do that. Keep the goals same, and now elaborate here with the help of paragraph. Now here you can narrate 5 to 9 English-like statements to elaborate on each of the goal. There in SOW we have written partial statement, okay, partial statement. Now here there should be full statement. Now writing down these things, okay, you should begin with a verb. Likewise, create. Create what? User profile. So the verb and the phrase will guide you about the complete goal, that is create user profile. One more thing is, by chance, by mistake, due to God's blessing, we capitalize C, but we are inclined to forget to capitalize U and P, that is upper cases. So don't forget by any chance, due to God's grace, right? Check the documents by yourself that whether it has got glitches, then and then only you can go about the submission. Do not submit hurriedly. This is what my suggestion is. I will of course tell you the calendar at the end of this presentation, right, if possible. Now create product catalog, deliver service integration, process job queries, create vacancy catalog, and then let us go about the first goal, how it has been written. Goal ID is 1, priority is 1, because if you are not creating the user profile, who will access the system in which way? Now what is important over here is the target audience. Who are the target audience here? A user means woman entrepreneur and service provider. You can make a list over here, right? User is a generalized kind of answer. Likewise, I mentioned. Now again, for service provider, S should be capitalized, P should be capitalized, that is, they should be mentioned in uppercase. User is the one, to remind you, who is an person who is been referencing the system from outskirts. Outskirts. End user is the one who will be exactly using specific kind of services as delivered by the customer, not customer, by the target system. So, open issues for the discussions are the questionnaires. You should have minimum 4 questions here. I hope so side by side you are making the note of these things, very important things. Side by side, make the note of what am I saying. That how to decide appropriate fields necessary to categorize the users. These are the questions, right? So you should have minimum 4 questions framed on one particular goal, that is create user profile in question. Okay. So now the goals are described using SMART approach. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Now let us say what is being written in the first kind of thing, that is specific test, is what is being identifiable, creation of a user profile. Why to do this? Because you need login credentials and management of entry to this system, right? Who is been identified? Users will create on their own their profile. System is not going to create automatically any profile. Even though we speak about automation, but users are not going to create anything else for the rest of the users on behalf of, right? Where will it be performed? With the Android smartphone. And which resources you will be needing? The databases you will be needing, the system specific resources you will be needing, that you have to mention with the resources. Now, let us move on to measurable. Now, here, can we quantify the data? Can we quantify how many profiles can be created? How many users can be logged in? Yeah. And then, whether the clear end date point is been clarified to you, okay, that this should be achieved in this particular sprint. Well, so if the answer of that is yes, you can narrate the information. Now, attainable. In attainable, there is an important point. Whether your goal is realistic. My answer of that is yes. It is a realistic goal. It is not out of box or out of world goal. Is it overwhelming? Overwhelming means an extraordinary kind of an joy that happens to somebody. Yeah. To remember that if you have created a user profile, you haven't distributed any suites. Okay. That I have created a Gmail account and it has been working. So let's have suites distribution. Yeah. Now you can't distribute the suites. Okay. You understand well, depending on the situation today. Right. Do you find it motivating? Yes, of course, because without creating the user profile, how you can proceed ahead? Next is the relevant. Whether the overall fit is appropriate. The answer of that is yes, because this is the startup goal. If the startup goal is not being addressed, rest of the services will not be visible to anybody. Time bound, it has got a clear date and endpoint so that you can focus on the action plan and then you can trace back to the requirements. So the smart approach, write precise information there. Don't forget that you have to write the open issues, that is open-ended questions, minimum 4 to repeat again. Make the smart template readable not only to you but to others also. Next is another example, right? Create service catalog. You can see that the target audience, right? Women. Now they have forgotten the word entrepreneur, right? Forgotten the word entrepreneur, right? So women entrepreneurs, right? For service provider also will be there, okay, because they will be providing the services. And open issues, okay, 4. I have said that bare minimum 4, so people have worked on bare minimum 4. If I say that bare minimum 10, people will produce bare minimum 10. So minimum 4, don't cross that limit, right? That is sufficient. And again, the smart approach, isn't it, has to be followed. So let us jump out quickly to the stakeholders. Now I am scrolling through the rest of the goals. Goal 4. This case study has been available with you from eDivision last semester. Okay, so feature set. Feature set has to be derived from where? You have got 6 goals, so derive from that. Derive the features. Because the goals will be taking the form of features, right? So, derive it. I am saying derive it. Do not rewrite again and again. Derive it from 6 goals that you have already specified. You have written one paragraph to it. Okay, so you would have understood the contextual meaning of every goal. Now the important thing, that is the stakeholder. Yeah, these project guides, developers, the system administrator, they are all the internal, kind of stakeholders. Where is the external stakeholder? Woman entrepreneur or a guest? Guest is absent here, isn't it? Typically, you must have performed the what you can say guest logins and provided default services where it has been gone. Okay, so that could be the question of a doubt that maybe. Now let us say you are developing it for farmer. So farmer should be the external stakeholder that is directly related to your system. So you should be interested that to how many people you can make the reach out, how many people you can make the reach out of your system, right? So proceeding next is the acceptance criteria. As I have told you that vision, definition, missions, goals, whatsoever the things are being there, they require the stamping of accepted. But when it can be accepted, when it has been done in the way that I have told you, right? Now let us proceed to the third assignment, that is the SRS. In SRS also, there will be only a few points. Now here, just see to the roles: analyst, developer, and designer. Now in SRS, do you take really the opinion of developer? Than that, it must have been the case that you would have mentioned stakeholders. You would have stated requirement analyst. You would have said product owner here, right? And the designer would have been the sufficient things. But developer can't be, a member of the SRS team. Just make a note of this. Eliminate developer from here. Make specialized role. Okay, then analyst. Make it requirement analyst or business analyst here. Then make a role as product owner. And if you say it, okay, designer or scrum master, I have got no problem, isn't it? Because that is what Agile says, okay, in Scrum especially. So, this is the table of contents: introduction, term of reference, product, problem definition, functional hierarchy, user interfaces, and hardware interfaces. Well, so proceeding next, introduction is the introduction of SRS. One full page has to be written. Okay, you can find multiple resources on the web. You have to check the plagiarism, write in your own words, fit in the items into the table, and write 2-3 paragraphs. Finished, right? So the summary is that while working on an introduction, take the inputs from variety of websites about SRS, what this document does, and then make it into 2 paragraphs, 2-3 paragraphs, and then you can go around with the tabular form. Going next, references, background. Now here you can write the background. Many of you have written this background. Then objectives, right? They should be based around on the 6 goals, right? Now issues. Now these issues are nothing but the NFRs. These issues are nothing but the NFRs. For this thing, you have to refer to ISO 9126. It is better that parallelly you write this standard ISO, that is International Standard Organization, ISO 9126. From Wikipedia there, make a Google search. From Wikipedia, you can make the searches for these characteristics or the characteristics which are being suitable for your application or your software. Just pick those essential aspects and list it there, right? Functionality related, reliability related, usability related, efficiency related, then maintainability related. So they have got a very big list, right? But had they given justice to it? Okay, if you ask me, the answer of that is no. So it is very easy to pick up the list. So be careful about making use of ISO 9126 and this listing. Information about this is available fully, again I repeat, with ISO 9126. Okay. So methodology, expertise, Only your names have to be written. The role has to be carefully written. Again, to remind you, reporting to whom you will be reporting, direct reporting is there. To whom is your agile coach? Who is your agile coach? The person who has been speaking with you right now is your agile coach. Okay, so now problem description. We have written the statement of work. From that, you have to build this particular problem description template. The problem of providing service and selling a product. Now there is a vague word coming in. What is that vague word? This is the vague word. This is the vague word. Proper. Again, second time we find it out that this is again a vague word. Proper. Yeah. So eliminate the vague words, right? And keep just that information which suggests about your system. Affects whom? Users and customers. Okay, users of the customer. Human enterprises, service providers, and so on. Write a big list over here. And a successful solution will lead to what? And for whom you will be developing this product. The name of the product, that is unlike other which comparable factors you can write it. Other systems also you can consider here, unlike. I am scrolling through. Some of you may find out it is difficult. Now functional hierarchy. This is very, very important task. 6 functional hierarchies you will create. On a piece of paper, first narrate down the objectives. Then narrate the processes. Right? Objective, then the processes. A goal has got 2 objectives. So it has got left hand side branch and right hand side branch. The left hand side branch is for taking the inputs and the right hand side branch is for generating the outputs or processing the queries from the user. I repeat again, there are 2 branches, left and right. For taking the inputs and so on, you will be using left branch, and to process the queries and other relevant jobs, you will be taking right hand side, ladder, that is objective processes. Again, just see to it. It is better that you work out on the paper first of all and then enter this. This is merely a table. So create first objectives. Okay, create user profile, accept user data, and enable user cloud connectivity. But here, again to suggest you by mistake, by whatsoever, just see that this user, U is not capitalized, isn't it? User login information, okay. You can see that U, L and I are not being there with the upper cases, right? Now, update is a very bad idea. You should not use it. Add, delete, update, modify, search, sort, store. These are 7 in number. They are the prime operations on the databases. So, never ever use them in processes or objectives or goal namings. Okay. And do not use prepositions, conjunctions, right? From, for, at, between, within, with, etc., etc. So that was about the ladder, right? Again, just see to it now. How by mistake we do the correct thing, okay? Resource information, RI capitalized, should be capitalized, right? Yes, double S should be capitalized, isn't it? Per service, you cannot write per service, isn't it? This is a bad idea. Okay. How you can rewrite it? Demonstrate service level user information. Demonstrate service level user information. Service level should be again connected with an hyphen. Apply join on database. Okay. No. This is a totally mess, right? A total mess has been done. Wrong thing. Okay, compromises have been done. Now, authenticate user was been there previously also. What do you say? Authenticate user was here and authenticate user was here also. So do not duplicate. Do not duplicate the goals, objectives or processes. Do not duplicate them. Okay, we are not in need of what is the your potential for control C and control V. We know that that is extraordinary, right? So don't do that. Yeah. So don't use get set also. Yeah. So that was about the hierarchy. User interfaces. I have told you if 6 goals are been there, 6 multiplied by 3, that is 2 for objectives and 1 for goal. 18 user interfaces you should write. This list is about 42. Right. Do you see that? 42? Yeah. 42. So how this number 42 user interfaces have been coming? There are 6 goals and for 7 points, that is 1 goal, 2 objectives and 4 processes. 7. 6 multiplied by 7, 42. Right. So I am not demanding 42 user interfaces. I want just minimum, bare minimum 6 multiplied by 3, 18. Right. That is acceptable also. Then hardware interfaces you mentioned, and then the software interfaces, and then logical databases and non-functional requirements. Now here in non-functional requirements, whatsoever you have used, isn't it, in earlier on documentation, that will be useful, right? And here you can use the color combination also in this matrix. RGB pattern you may use, red, green and blue. Here it is being shown darkened, okay, so just see to it. Is there any match? Alright, there are 12 points. So 4 can be there with high, 4 could be medium, okay. That kind of a fixed arrangement is not there. Yeah. But if you can color this matrix, it will be better for understanding. Use red color for high kind of an complexity level or high kind of an priority, isn't it? Yeah. For medium, you can use green, and for the lower level, isn't it? You can use blue. Okay, that was about the SRS. Now the fourth assignment, feasibility study report. Who does that? Not again analyst, developer and designer. Okay. Feasibility study has to be worked around with the product owner and development team and the stakeholders, right? Whether the project is feasible, technically competent enough. So you may work around, this is a small document. Okay, work out with the introduction, description of services. They will be 6 in number because we have got 6 features, 6 goals, and technology considerations. From SRS also you can pick these things up, okay, and then the feasibility results, what is been expected and what is not been expected, right, with the ranking high, low, and references. Very short document, right? Asana number 4. Asana number 5, what is important in this is roles. Again you have to bother. This table you will keep as it is. Keep the table as it is. Keep the milestones as it is. No changes. Now WPS, you can change the delivery dates, right? Okay. For this particular semester, probably you will not be doing marketing as such. Okay, so that is doubtful. That is doubtful. Okay, marketing. Then that demonstration of the product, isn't it? That could be there, right? So Gantt chart has to be prepared. Automated kind of an help is available. You can use Excel also. You can prepare activity chart also, right? So do the Gantt chart. Next is the project communication. Who will do what? Okay. Write the rules here. Okay, not your names. Here, project sponsor, team, stakeholders. Now, all of a sudden, they are been coming in. Okay, roles were not being mentioned at the top of the assignment, isn't it? Project sponsor, the development team, the stakeholders, not mentioned, but all of a sudden they are been coming. So that should be avoided, right? So, what is important is the activity report. Here you can write your name, but task prioritization and risk register. You will find the risks, okay, 18 in number, right? We can go through the list. How this figure 18 has been coming? You are identifying three risks. Risk related to objectives, two objectives and one goal, making up 3 points per goal. 6 multiplied by 3, 18. Now that ends up the fifth one. Now straight away don't do sixth assignment. Do first of all seventh assignment. So let us jump out to assignment number 7. Alright. So let us jump out to the user stories assignment. Here you can visualize. Now who narrates the user stories? This is assignment number 7. Who should narrate? So only three roles are required over here. Product owner, Scrum Master and development team. In development team, there could be designers, builders and testers. Now, the theory part in this thing, you are not supposed to change. Theory part, this is not supposed to be changed. We know that epics are divided into features, and then they are being there to storage, and then task, where task is an atomic unit of work. So burn down chart and burn up chart, about that we have discussed in the theory sessions. Okay, we will not be focusing on that. Sprints thoroughly been discussed. So this is the user story. Okay, what is being required to be documented by you is that the two objectives. What am I saying? You are documenting here two objectives per goal. So how many such user stories you will be writing? 12 in numbers. Now if you look onto this document, every objective has been again split up into certain processes and they have documented it as well. But considering the time limits and time bounds, you will be only working on objectives. I wish to clarify that we will be only documenting objectives, not the processes in user stories. So therefore, focus on objective 1. That is, this is a very big name. Does it match with the same kind of an objective that we have written in the SRS? The answer of that is no. This is a degraded kind of an version. So this is an indicator of a parallax. This should be exactly the same name that you have used. Now, 2 is a bad idea. Okay, why to use 2? To create target audiences. Okay, you cannot have an asterisk placement over here. You just mention a comma, write it down. Mention a comma, write it down. Okay. So as a user, what you want to do? I want to provide user data so that I can use it for profile creation. Just read it this way. I want to use details, authentication. See, the sentence is not complete. So that I can validate information entered by the user. System has been doing this job, okay? Whether user has been doing this job. User is self-authenticating, right? Just say to it, okay? So, you are advised, okay, write to correct stabilized stories. Now, what is important, apart from writing these 10 points, minimum 10 points I am saying. You are writing 5 points and you are escaping. Okay, that is not acceptable, right? Write 10 points here. User stories. And now estimate it. Now let us go to estimation. This is the tabular format that you should use. Again, from where this statement is being provided. So copy paste as a user. Keep I till I want to. Okay. So rest of the things can be picked up. Okay, from these two things and club up. Okay. Copy paste. Just do it in Notepad and copy paste here. Right. Now these are the individual story points. Every iteration is consisting of 20 points. But what was my advice while I was been carrying out agile estimation? That if you are crossing 10, be serious about that. But here you can see that that crossing has been done. So according to this group, authentication was an quite complex process, so they are assigned 13. So rest of the things are not been assigned 13 anywhere. So iteration is maximum of 20. Okay. So 20 plus 20, 40. 40 plus 18, 58. Right. So this is the total iteration count. Yeah. In 3 iterations, the stories completed will be 10. Yeah. With story points in all 58. How many iterations we have taken? 3 iterations. 1, 2, 3. So, a sprint can be there between 2 weeks to 3 weeks. So, week 1 will address 3 stories. Week 2 will address 3 stories. Week 3 will address 4 user stories. It means that we are finishing up the job within the prescribed limits of 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Right. 1 week could be kept reserved for reviewing the sprint and making the correction. Now the next example, okay, is the processes. Okay, I have told to you not to narrate the process level stories, right? So I will not be discussing that. So two processes. Let us join to the objective, right? Objective 2 of goal 1. Objective 2 of goal 1. Again, you will be writing, creating the user stories first. You are not supposed to change this color code, right? Whatsoever the color that is being said about here, isn't it? Okay, you have to keep that one alive. Don't change the color combination because these are the cards, okay, and these cards are colorful, so that you must know that if light pink is been coming around, then it is about goal 1, isn't it? If yellow is coming around, that is for some another goal, right? So now, let us take out to the estimation now. What has been estimated? That is what is interesting. Now, had they crossed 13 anywhere, I have scrolled through, but I didn't found the uh, you know kind of and stuff that is directly indicating 13. So the maximum limit is 20, right? Maximum limit is 20. Now let us slowly check that iteration 1 is of 10, iteration 2 is of 18, iteration 3 is of 20, and total comes up to be 55. Now just try to see to it. Can I do permutation and combination here? Can we use some other strategy? Yes, of course. But if it fits in, it means that simplest part has been done first, then a complicated and then a complex. Right. Again in 3 weeks we can finish that. So I hope so that you have understood with these two examples how to estimate. Let us say another example, okay, even though that is process level, you can see the equation directly here 13 is been coming, okay, that is dangerous. Yeah, without a reason you should not give 13. Yeah, so first iteration is of 18, second is of 16, third is of 20. Yeah, the total is 60. Yeah, so do not let it cross beyond 60, right? Friendly advice. Or otherwise in fourth iteration you will be going around, right? Somewhere certain example was been there. Well, I have told you to first do these user stories and user story estimation, and this will suggest that how many iterations or sprints rather than that. Okay, because iteration manager is called as the scrum master. So therefore the sprints, isn't it? The sprints are not going beyond 4, right? Okay. So first do the user stories, then come back to the product backlog. Now let us come back to the product backlog, that is the sixth assignment. Product, or I will be just typing down backlog. Okay, product backlog, sixth assignment. Now for objective 1, keep this theory as it is. You have to start from the table, right? This table. Goal ID 1, right? Target audience has been written. Now there are 20 steps as you can observe. 20 steps. 20 user stories are been there in goal 1 product backlog. Now from where these 20 items are been coming in? Very simple. Very simple. If you have completed user stories, you should never look back. You should assume that your assignment 6 has already been done. How am I saying that? Just copy paste 10 points from objective 1 and 10 points from objective 2. Straight away, your 20 points will be there. Without any duplication, this job has to be done, right? So, doing sixth assignment is merely a copy paste of what user stories you have written earlier on. Okay, from the estimation, directly you can copy paste over here. So that was till assignment number 7, right? We have explained, right? So now let us go to assignment 8. Nothing has been found. Okay. So let me. Okay. Assignment 8. You can see the color combination. Don't change the color combination. That's what I have said. Well, this is assignment number 8. SCM. Now the code has to be written for what? Don't change the theoretical part. From where you can edit here, developmental item, common off the shelf component used. Then this is goal 1. For goal 1, the processing steps will be 20 in number. Because you have created a product backlog, copy paste those 20 points here. Write the responsibilities, what this goal will be doing. And then it's PDL, pseudocode. Now 20 user stories you have to address. You should have at least 20 lines of pseudocode. This is the way to narrate the pseudocode. So pseudocode has to be written in which way? It will construct of 6 prime construct. One is the sequence, next is the if then, next is if then else, then repeat until, then while do, and lastly switch case. To repeat again, half a dozen of things. The first one, sequence. Second, if then. Third, if then else. Fourth, repeat until. Fifth, while do. Sixth, switch case. And you can narrate the interface. What is the job of the interface and how to do it. Okay, what are the processing steps that you will be taking around to satisfy the goal 1 services. So 6 goals are there. Okay, and you have to write this comprehensively for these goals, right? 2-3 pages will be okay there. Your code will be based on these PDL constructs. Okay, that is what is the importance of the PDL construct. Then begin with the goal 2, right? 20 points you are already having for goal 2 from product backlog, and then write the PDL construct for. Okay, it might be of 2-3 pages whatsoever, right? For goal 3 also you will be writing. For likewise, this is a very short description, right? This cannot happen. Okay, very short description will work, and then bullets level detail and the last goal. So when sir you will be writing these component specifications for 6 goals, your 8th assignment will be done. 9th assignment in series will be the assignment of system construction. Here you will be creating the system with the help of certain architectural style. So the option is yours, whether to use client server, whether to use layered or whatsoever. Here the group has used what layered architecture, isn't it? I can tell you this thing. Don't change the theory. Focus on the architecture. This is the architecture for layered one, and they have done it in a layered kind of way. This is the architecture. Okay, user interfaces tire. I'm sorry, user interfaces tire. Just read the name. User interfaces, data processing, then the user query processing, and then data access. So this is an example of a layered kind of an architecture, right? You can use client server. They have drawn it using Word, I feel so. You can make use of any of the case tool to work out with the architecture, indicate the architecture, and write the description of the tires or layers in one paragraph, just the way they are written, right? Layer 1, what it does, layer 2, what it does, layer 3, what it does, then layer 4, what it does. Finished. This was about assignment number 9. And the 10th assignment is a very critical assignment as far as your survival is concerned, as far as post project is concerned, right? Okay. System acceptance and review. Now I will be taking only 5 minutes to complete this. So system acceptance and review. In that, skip up the theory. Here, is there any reviewer? Yes, of course. But product owner is been missing. Okay, product owner should be there, right? Moderator should be also there. So introduction and all theory parts, okay, you have to keep them as it is. Verification summary. Just see to it that you have written for goals as a user. I want to do something. So you will be always verifying or validating. Verify that user data is provided so that you don't change after the so that, right? Just replace as a user I want to. Then that you narrate, verify that user details are authenticated. Only the sentential form has to be changed, right? Verification steps could be easily written from the product backlog. Those are 20 points. Now apart from this, what else should be required is this thing. For every goal, you will be associating minimum 2 snapshots. Minimum 2 snapshots indicating what they are all about. Label the figures, right? What they are indicating, right? This is a login kind of answer, right? So mention it, okay? The title of the figure. Yeah, the group in consideration hasn't mentioned that. Goal 2 similarly you can do it, isn't it? Yeah. So what is being expected is that 2 snapshots, 1 and 2. Yeah. 2 snapshots we require per goal. And what is important is that after having this verification table created, there is a matrix at the end that is a very short matrix. Goal 1, objective 1, objective 2, like that till 6. What is being achieved and what is not being achieved. The steps have been indicated. 1 to 10 are the steps of objective 1. 11 to 20 are again rated as step 1 to 10. So what is achieved? Which story has been achieved? Which story is not? You have to make use of a correct sign and not achieved, that is cross sign, isn't it? So therefore this has to be done very seriously. It doesn't mean that everywhere you should have these tick marks, isn't it? That would be a miracle. If I find that all of the things are being tick marked due to copy paste by chance, by mistake, with God's grace, right? I will be cross questioning this thing, and probably you will have to prove it through Google Meeting so that I can give you 10 out of 10 for the course project. So what is not being presented in reality, please don't try to indicate that, okay, like this way. I hope so that you have understood all the 10 assignments. To repeat now, assignment number 1 to 6 will be considered as the laboratory assignments. Then 7 to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 assignments, they will be considered as course project. At the time of submission, you have to submit a single Word document, either 2003 to 2007 version or 2010 docx file. It should not be submitted in 2016 format. No PDFs will be accepted. Your document should be well formatted. Every table, every level of details, including font size and etc., has to be checked. Overall structure and assignment has to be checked, and probably that will suggest about overall marks to be given to you out of 10 for lab and out of 10 for course project. Remember that you have to submit a single Word file for the laboratory work, for the documentation purpose. All the assignments, assignment number 1 to assignment number 10, one Word file which is been strictly organized as you have been instructed and been demonstrated today. And how you should label it? You should write the subject code first of all, that is CS3001 dash G1 dash 5 dash 22 dash 45 dash 55. This will clarify to me that this is a submission coming from group 1 with this particular roll numbers, right? So that the marking will be easy for me. And for course project, you have to share the code, you have to share a presentation which is only consisting of snapshots. So 3 things, right, that you have to submit. For assessment purpose, you will be submitting only 2. What are these 2? The first one is the Word document consisting of 10 assignments, fully check, rigorously check. Before submission, you should check it twice, thrice. Right? By mistake, any mistake has been happening. Do not submit PDF. PDF will be rejected. Do not segregate 1 to 6 and then 7 to 10. Don't do any kind of smartness. 1 to 10 at one place means at one place. The page number should be labeled. The index should suggest that, isn't it? That you have done valid submission. One presentation indicating the snapshots only. Another one will be the code. Okay. So This is all about the 10 assignments that I was trying to suggest to you. I hope so. You have understood it